Hello, I'm Natalie Glasson from the OmNa Sanctuary, and this is Manifesting Our Temple. Now, recently someone in the comments on one of my videos asked to know more about where I am, kind of my lifestyle, what my house is like. And although I'm a very private person and I do want to keep lots of things to myself and not kind of share them across the internet, I thought it would also be beneficial because I know that many people see me as channeling and they see the energies I'm bringing forth and the wisdom and the guidance. And I've been channeling for over 20 years now. So it's something that I'm known for. And often people don't get to see the person behind the channeling. And so I thought it would be a nice just insight maybe to share a bit about myself. I know that many of you have been enjoying the videos of manifesting our temple because you get to see me and also the thought processes that I'm having and how even though I'm a channel, I still have lessons to learn. I still have decisions to make and still struggle to follow my inner guidance as well. So for me, channeling is something that I started when I was 17. I've been doing it now for over 20 years, and it's a part of me, a very special part of me. It's something that I find very easy. I'm able to channel very easily, and it's kind of feels very natural and organic for me. So I'm very blessed in that way. And one thing my guides always taught me was that they would never come in and channel without my permission. So when I channel, I always am giving my permission for the being or beings to come forth, which meant they didn't want me to be a trance channel where they could just take over my body, when I was in the supermarket and start talking, or, when I'm out with friends. They really didn't want that. So they wanted a separation between my channeling and also me as Natalie, and so that I could live my life as well. So for me, there is this separation. There's the Natalie that comes forward and that channels and supports people through my channeling. And then there's the Natalie who just goes about her daily reality. And obviously they're the same. I'm the same. But, there is a difference, I feel, at the moment. There is a separation. My home is, I wouldn't say that I have a spiritual home. I'd say I have a pretty normal home. We have, we have a few kind of spiritual pictures. We have a cabinet full of crystals. But I think if you walked into my house, you wouldn't necessarily know that I was a channel, or even that I was maybe spiritual. Our living room is kind of given over to the children. There's, their toys are there. And my husband always says that our living room is like a playroom. And so it's not necessarily a place where an adult space, but it is a place where we can all relax and play together and just have the children there with us. So the house is kind of geared towards the children. We live in a semi-detached house in a village, and we have the countryside around us. So this is a park that, or a field with a playground that we like to walk zen. Often it's River and I walking zen, and it's such a beautiful day today. So yeah, this is where we come often to walk zen. So this is our local recreation ground, and it's a place we come to quite often. Place we come to walk zen, and the kids love playing here, and they enjoy running about. There's also a playground. So yeah, this is a place we use quite often. When we bought this house, we were very lucky to buy this house, but we scraped together everything that we had, all the money that we had, and we were looking around trying to find a house that would suit us. At that time, I was pregnant with my first child, and so we felt like we had to move quickly. We wanted to be in our house before Reuben was born. So we ended up, we were looking for houses, and I saw this house which was semi-detached, and it was more in the countryside. And I just ignored it because at the time I wanted to live more in a town, in a city. And but we just couldn't find anything to buy that was in our price range. We had a very kind of we didn't have too much money, so but this house obviously was meant to be for us, and it stayed on the market. No one was interested in it, and then I said to Nick, look, there is this house, and so we went to see it, and yes, it was our house. So when we moved in, we had no furniture, and we really didn't have that much to put in the house. I think we had a sofa that Nick's brother had given us. We had this really, really big television, old big television that Nick's brother had also given us, and we still have that big television now. It's so much bigger than I would have in our space, in our room, our living room, but we don't watch television that much, so it seems pointless buying a new one. And we got the dining room table, everything we just kind of scraped together to get. I was just buying things at the time cheaply off a Facebook marketplace in the local area, and yeah, we just kind of pieced things together. It wasn't always our taste, but we just we got what we needed. And yeah, so, and then I had Reuben, and we actually didn't do any work on the house. We dedicated our time to the children, and that's still the case. So we've been here, I think, for 6 years now, and we haven't redecorated. It's still the same as it was when we moved in. And yes, it's probably a little bit more scruffier because of all the children running around and just wear and tear. So, but we really liked the house because it was very light, and it let a lot of sunlight in, and the view out the back, although the garden was a lot smaller than we wanted, there was the fields behind, and a very beautiful cherry tree in our garden, which in the spring has such beautiful white blossom. So yeah, so we really haven't looked after the house, and we haven't really been that invested in making it look pretty. we've just been living in it, enjoying it, and just focusing on the children and our work, and our family. And but when we bought the house, we knew that it was just a temporary house. It was us getting on the property ladder. So we knew we wouldn't stay here for too long. And that's always been in our mind, that we almost didn't want to spend money on the house because we knew that we would be selling it. It wouldn't be our forever home. And now we've got the house on the market and we're trying to sell it. And it does feel quite sad in some ways that we're leaving, because or hopefully leaving, because it is such a nice area. We've been very blessed in that way. And the neighbours, they're all kind of retired and very chatty. So, we go out for a walk and we can chat to people. And it's a very, very nice environment. And I think because of that, my children are also very confident in talking to adults as well. So yes, and we enjoy going into the forest. We enjoy walking our dog. We like to go and paddle in rivers or streams. We're often just going out for walks, really, and exploring, going to playgrounds and those kind of things. We do enjoy being outside in nature as well. And yes, that's kind of us. So at the moment it feels like my spiritual work is very separate from my everyday life. I used to meditate a lot. I used to do Kundalini yoga. I used to recite mantras. But with the children coming along and sleepless nights and everything, that's kind of all fallen away. And so at the moment when I channel, that's my time to kind of connect and to recenter and balance. And yeah, so it feels very separate. A lot of my I don't have that many friends in the area, but a lot of them they're not spiritual. Some don't even know my work, what I do. So it's a very interesting feeling at the moment of being quite separate, two identities. And I think with manifesting the temple, I want to bring more of my spiritual reality into my everyday reality once more. And that is easier as the children get older as well. And just, I mean, I have done like mantras with the children. I've done yoga. We do some meditation now and then, but just to bring more of an integration of the spiritual reality into our family life, I think would be wonderful. And that's also why I want to manifest the temple, because I feel that will also help. And in the new space as well, we'll be able to build on that. But yes, a very kind of, I would say, quite a normal existence. And yes, and that's kind of an insight into our lives, really. And yes, so I hope that's been interesting. And yeah, if you want to tell me about your realities, I'd love to hear. And whether you also have some separation or whether you're working to integrate it all as one. Anyway, I will see you next week. Bye.